this is what's gonna be our home for the foreseeable future. And it looks like I have a little bit of a start. That's lovely. It's actually very helpful. I think I'm gonna take a couple of these things right away. Pokédex, that's gonna be very useful. Let's start with that. And I guess I left later than I thought I would have because it's pretty dark, but luckily this is a peaceful adventure and we shouldn't have any issues with hostile mobs or enemies or anything of that kind. Hopefully. I hope so. But it is survival nonetheless, and we should maybe get some resources going. So let's start doing the Minecraft thing of finding a... Hello? Let's get our first Pokemon in Dex, which is actually one of my favorite Pokemon, Mareep. Hi! Should we try our luck here? Oh? You know what? Let's give it a try. If it don't work, it wasn't meant to be. Oh no! 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 I'm so sorry. Did I do this to you? I'm so sorry. I'll let you be. All I do is hurt you. I'm so sorry. I have scouted the area a little bit, and I think this hill will be a good place for a starter base. So I think I want to settle here. But we're gonna need some wood to make some signs and really make this official. But I'll go around scanning these wonderful creatures as we go, and I'll see if I can safely get some wood somewhere. Oh, hello. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. Hello, knock knock. Anyone here? Oh, hello, local residents. Don't mind me taking a look around, do you? Wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a great nap. And so I went around looking at the rest of the houses, looting everything I could, scanning new friends along the way, which there was a couple of new people, Pokemon here and there. And I also found this Growlithe, which I attempted to catch, so I could have a first Pokemon, and so she was added to the team as my very first Pokemon. I continued looting the various chests I found around and took everything I could see, while still scanning a bunch of new Pokemon along the way. A bunch of new faces that I hadn't seen before. They're actually very cute. I also attempted catching this Ponyta, hoping to add it to my team as well, since Ponyta is also one of my top Pokemons, but it didn't work out, so I just let it be. As I continued traveling across the little area we have set out for our main spawn, scanning more Pokemons, I found these berries just at the edge of this forest where it started to rain as soon as I got there, which was very spooky in a way. But finally I found the wood I was looking for, and I started chopping down this tree, which eventually I was able to, maybe in a bit, there we go, craft my first crafting table so I could get my first set of tools using the iron that I had gotten in my little starter pack. I created my first little tools, an iron axe and pickaxe as the first ones, as I continued taking down this tree to get the last of the resources, before I found more Pokemon to add to my lovely Pokédex, when I found... Whoa, what's this? I was just wandering around this woods getting supplies. Look at this. It's a house there. Whoa. I feel like I've read about these. Can I just... Oh, I can. They can be used for potions. What do we have here? Oh, another layer. Crystal, you have many secrets. Whoa. It's like a little private study. This is beautiful. And I want to see if there's more up there. Oh. Wait a minute. Whoa. You have the best view, Crystal. Wow. There's a trap door there. Does that mean that there's more? Secrets. Whoa. Ball and string. Amethyst shards. Oops. Interesting. Seems like a rusty addict, but it's a good start. I'm gonna have to remember that you live here and come visit you from time to time. After my little visit, I ended up finding this other house right next to Crystal's house, where I find my first apricorns, which will be very useful for creating Pokeballs later. Scanned some Pokemons, I found this monstrosity in the horizon, which we affectionately have named Pants on the server, because he looks like a pair of pants. Entering this cozy little house, getting shelter from the storm, I started looting to my heart's content. But I quickly started running out of space in my backpack and everywhere I could find. So it was kind of hard managing what to keep and what not to keep, so I ended up making a little waypoint to remind myself to come back later. Running back, I ran into more new Pokemon that I added to my Pokedex. As you can see, this little compilation here. Running through the area, which will eventually be our starter village, where everyone will gather around building some stuff, I finally found my little place amongst this land. Crafted my first chests, where I could finally dump in everything that I had been collecting so far, which did turn out to be a bunch. I had to also use more space, and I'm not really organized yet, but that will come at a later time. I also ended up crafting my signs, so I could officially claim this spot as my very own. And here's me struggling to figure out how to spell home for some reason, but it ended out fine. I then, with a clear inventory, went out into the big world, finding more Pokemon to add, while I found this giant bird, which I was hoping to catch, but it didn't go very well, so I just had to let it go, because what am I to do with a level 10 Growlite? Scanning more Pokemon, I ventured even further beyond, as I had to cross some scary water, but I managed very well. I found this ruin, which was pretty interesting. It seemed very suspicious, like it wasn't supposed to be in water, but I explored it nonetheless, collecting my very first pieces of moss, which will be very useful later. I found this very suspicious chest, which I decided to leave for now because I didn't have any brushes either to do the suspicious sand. Traveling further, I kept collecting more and more things, and I found this cool hut in the swamp biome right next to where we have spawn. So I made my way slowly, but collecting all of this cherry wood first because priorities. Scanning as I traveled to the house in the distance, which was really cool. It didn't have super much loot, but it was still very cozy, very beautiful, and I got a little bit more various loot. Right next to the hut was this other fishing hut, which was really exciting. There was a local resident, but I was allowed inside to browse and look around at what he had, which was a lot. more people have been here after me, and we have all struggled to keep inventory after leaving that place. So I had to improvise a little bit of what to keep. I found this stump which I made a marker for to remember to come back to later, which might be in a later video. I fought this phantom that I added to the team because I thought she was pretty cute, so she's on here. I also found a ruined nether portal where we found some obsidian and some other goodies, and I was already starting to get very full in my inventory once again, so with my trusty boat I sailed around to try and find my way home. I did find a sunken shipwreck that had this beautiful Gyarados next to it, but my inventory was full once again. So I tried to catch this Gyarados. It didn't go super well, so I just decided, you know what, take my losses, go on my way home, find more Pokemon on the way, catching some more friends to add to the team, a little Weasel, and as you can see I also caught a Starly because I know eventually I do want a flying Pokemon. And as you can see, inventory is starting to get a lot. So I started sorting, and at this point I actually started trying to sort it, so I had a double chest full of vanilla Minecraft things and then chests for all of the Cobblemon stuff, which made it a lot easier to find things in the future and also made it a little bit easier to sort things. Traveling out, I eventually also caught this Vulpix to add to the team. I found another ruin where this soul rock was menacingly standing over this soul rock as well. I tried to mine this chest, which turned out to be a mimic. It didn't go very well, but hey, I found an ice biome where multiple legendaries just started to spawn. Reggie Ice and Reggie Steel, which was very scary, but I was also very excited to find my first legendaries. So I tried to throw some quick balls at them, hoping to get lucky, but it didn't go super well. So I just decided to cut my losses and leave, and kid you not, Articuno, one of my favorite legendary birds, spawned right next to these legendary Reggie Ice and Reggie Steel. And I really wanted to try and catch this, but hey, look at my team. Well, what am I supposed to do? So I tried to catch it with some quick balls. Didn't go super well. Tried to fight it, but it knocked out my Growlite first try. Look at my team. What am I supposed to do? So I once again decided to cut my losses and leave it be. I found this village along the way as well, but at this time, once again, my inventory was full, so I didn't do super much about it. And I found this cool house. The burnt tower. Oh. Exploring this little place gave me not many things other than a couple of new friends to my Pokédex. I also found a chest that had way too many things for me to manage at the moment, which did give me a little bit of panic here, but I decided that, hey, maybe I should just leave the chest here, just trying to shuffle through items until I could get it in my inventory, so I could place back the items that I had just procured myself. Gosh, I really need a bigger backpack. I don't think I have leather. We could go get some leather real quick. Give me leather. Thank you. I think we'll make another backpack, and then we can look at upgrading them later. String. I have, so just need this. Oh, I need more leather. I'll go get more leather. There we go. Worth the effort. Let's get sorted and head home. And homeward I went traveling across the icy biomes, and the next clip you're about to see is actually a couple of days afterwards, where I had been rummaging around on the server without really recording anything, without really knowing what to do. So I collected a bunch of fish because I had caught a little cat in a boat that I wanted to tame and bring home with me, because she resembles my real life cat Mango. I also attempted to catch a rabbitash that was way too high of a level for me to even attempt this, which to no surprise, it knocked out all of my Pokemon in the first tries, which cool. I healed them up and found another horse that I also attempted, but surprise surprise, same story as she knocked out everyone on my team with the first try before I even could land a hit on it. So I healed up my Pokemon and decided, you know what, I'm just gonna terraform and get ready to build my base here, which is where this video is coming to its end. I really apologize for this video not having any Minecraft sounds this entire recording, and unfortunately it will be like that for a while before I remember to fix that. But I really appreciate you watching this video so far and almost to the very end. More videos are coming. I have already recorded a bunch of the first 2 weeks of us having the server, and hopefully I can compilate a lot of it to make more for you guys to enjoy as you journey with me on this Cobblemon adventure. So thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to stay hydrated, and I will see you next time in Serenity SMP.